Hey everyone, it's Borg Brain coming back at you with another educational blockchain video. This video is on the Jesus. Um, Someone made a token on Binance Smart Chain called Jesus. So that's what the video's on. So first of all, I have not uploaded a video in a week. The reason is I was in a fury of recording videos. I was doing like 4 a day. I was releasing 3, 4, 5 a day for a couple days in a row. I was trying to build up a stable of videos, and I was trying to do 3 a day on Binance Smart Chain alone. But as I was bagging the videos and I was uploading them, I was kind of behind in editing and rendering videos, just trying to pump them out. And then when I had a look, turns out there's a massive audio issue in a string of videos. So I had 4 videos that I had to completely bin. One was on Absorber, one was on Goose Egg Finance or whatever, the egg token, and one was on a token called One, where it's a similar token to Jesus. It's like a RFI kind of clone, rebase, passive income token, where they only made one token. and that was one where I was like, I'm gonna go into true degeneracy, and try to see how far, we can take it, or where I feel comfortable taking it in reality. Um, in any case, I had to bin all those videos, and I just kind of got disheartened. I've actually got a stable of multiple videos that are ready, edited, and ready to get uploaded, but I wanted to do another Binance Smart Chain video before I went into anything else to kind of do a little explanation of apologies I didn't continue with the Ape in BSC series, as I had previously stated in videos, and that I just haven't uploaded a video in a week. So apologies for that. And, with that, a little bit about Jesus. So here's the deal, okay? I've been offered a couple times money from a project after covering a video, and I've also been offered money a couple times from a project to cover a project, okay? Money, crypto, free tokens, whatever. The point is that you may or not believe this. I am an anonymous person on the internet, so you should take this with a grain of salt and whatever. But I've actually turned down all of the offers, and someone reached out from either the Jesus team or a member of the community saying, "Hey, can I give you some money to cover the project?" And I was like, "I don't take money. Um, the reason is I don't want any of the content that I do in these videos to be influenced uh, in any way." So I said, no, I don't take money for covering projects. Uh, but then what I said and what I told other people when they've offered money is basically, I'm going to cover whatever I feel like, and in the future, I'm still waiting on Crypto Society team to get this multi-sig wallet sorted out. So there can be a tip jar, but if a team, or an individual likes the content, likes the coverage or whatever, there is going to be an anonymous tip jar wallet. So, and then it'll go to Crypto Society funds. So like not my personal account, but the general Crypto Society funds to kind of help us produce more content and work towards our goal, pay for website hosting and whatnot, keep building. Because I'm not doing these videos for me so much as for the crypto community in general, for people who want to learn how to kind of navigate different systems, uh, learn about different projects, and for the greater mission of crypto society. That's what I'm about. So the point is, they did ask, and I said no. But then I read what they were saying, and they were like, man, a lot of people don't really understand the project, and A lot of them are coming in, they don't really know MetaMask. And so I kind of just looked at it and I said, you know what? I'm gonna cover the project, but not for tokens. So, FYI, I was offered, turned it down, covering the project anyway, and I told them that in the future there might be a tip wallet that if they felt that they wanted to, they could, you know, toss a coin to their Borg Brain or Crypto Society if they want, in an anonymous way. So, with that, let's dig into Jesus. So, here we go. I mean, there's not a whole lot out there about this project. It's a very kind of, it's a yield generative, degenerative token. Okay. They got a Telegram channel. They got 100 followers on Twitter, which is not very much. They got 39 tweets and, blah, 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 right? So 12% of the tokens burned. So the basics are these RFI clones as, let's go over here. So like I said, it's like a RFI clone, which is Reflective Finance, which was a Ethereum-based project. And then when they came out, they had a very interesting novel way of sort of paying, I guess, passive dividends into someone's wallet with a kind of ingenious rebase mechanism. And so the very basics is that every time someone buys or sells a token, a certain percentage is taxed on that transaction. And then what the tax that's taken, it usually goes into either A, the token holder's wallet, so anyone holding the token gets like a cut proportionate to the amount of tokens that they hold for every transaction happening on the system. And so, of course, if you have a lot of trading volume, buying and selling, then that's great if you're holding. You're just going to slowly stack the amount of tokens you hold, bit by bit. Then another one is sometimes part of it is just burned. So then the people holding the tokens, like there's less tokens in circulation, so the people holding the tokens, the value of your token goes up. Sometimes it's a bit of both of those. And then sometimes part of it goes into the liquidity pool. And then sometimes I think even some of it goes into like a community fund that can be voted on or whatever, or a little portion goes to the team. But the point is that there's a tax laid on every transaction, every buy and sell, and that those funds are divvied out in a way. So let's see. Okay, so there's a 10% fee on this one, which is definitely on the really high end. Most of the ones that are successful seem to be usually in the 2 to 5% range. And so this one says, okay, so it's 10% fee. So 6.2% goes back to all holders, and then 3.8% is burned forever. So this is from this, I would say they're not really doing the RFI kind of mechanism of sort of rebasing the token and distributing rewards that way. They're just burning it, which is a simpler mechanism. Now, 10% is quite a lot, but 10% means it's incentivizing people to hold the token and not sell it. And what I'm going to say is the issue I see with a 10% tax is when you buy in, you're taxed 10%, and then when you sell, you're taxed 10%. So anyone who's buying in would want the token to go up in value at least 20%, if not more like 30%, to just make back their money minus price impact minus trading fees. And, if not, then you're losing money. The issue with a 10% fee, from my experience of RFI clones, is that when you go above roughly like 4 or 5% fee, and really I think the sweet spot is like 2 to 3% fee on each trade. But when you get up into 5 to 10% range of tax, then what it does is it seriously suppresses the amount of trading that happens with the token. This is just my experience. Now, that's not to say that there's not going to be any kind of relative, like decent trading volume on this Jesus token. It's just something I've observed. Um, of course, whether there's a 2% fee or a 10% fee or even a 20% fee, that doesn't necessarily have an impact on the trading volume. But of course, if you're holding and you want to be getting this 6.2% fee, oh, wait, okay, so sorry, I'm totally ridiculous. The 6.2% fee goes back to all holders. So, okay, so they are doing this RFI rebase mechanism. 6.2% goes back to holders, 3.8% is burned forever. Yeah, so basically, they're reducing the supply while you're getting more tokens in your wallet. I do like these mechanisms. What I would say is, I think what I would like to see more than a 3.8% burn is that this amount goes into LP that is basically burned. And why that's nice is that you know that every single trade, there's a percentage of each trade that's going into the LP pool. When people buy these tokens and hold them, then the LP liquidity is going down, 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 down. And then a small percentage of the total supply will have a really big price impact because there's low liquidity. But if you have a mechanism where it's always going into the LP and the LP, like that portion of the LP is burned, I think that might be like the best mechanism because you're always supporting LP and the LP is immutable. Like it's always going to stack. Of course, that's almost a way of taking it out of supply because it's not really, but it sort of is because you're just always stacking the LP, and that you're limiting the amount of tokens that can be in circulation by like you're decreasing the percentage. You're decreasing the price impact, and then you're kind of slowly stacking that LP, which of course can't be pulled by team or whatever because it's burned. Now I don't know what's going on with them. They have said that they've burned the LP, but that I would guess is just like the original LP that the team started with. Anyway, the 10% is a little high, but hey, it's Jesus. I feel like we gotta ape in. So we come in here to Binance Smart Chain's biggest decentralized exchange, or centralized decentralized exchange, or however you want to call it, PancakeSwap, and here we got the trading pair, we got BNB, we got Jesus. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go into tokens. And the reason is I'm going to try to see if I can find oh, here it is. BSC scan. Yeah, this might be, I might need to do this. So this is what I'm doing. I'm coming over here and I'm trying to find Jesus. Now, I don't know what's going on with PancakeSwap in this because it's like they keep printing blocks and then it's just like none of the data is live here. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to pull up a chart, but we'll see. So, if you go here, you go to BSC scan, then you pull up the contract and you see there's 321 addresses. Now, this is a bit of a misnomer. The reason is say I've got, 20 Jesus tokens and I buy them, I hold them for a little bit, then I sell them. When I sell them, because of the RFI rebase mechanism, I try to sell them and I sell all of them, but a little bit of that tax, a tiny bit of pixie dust, goes back into my wallet. So it's likely not actually 321 addresses. There's been 1,112 transfers. I would say that there's actually probably, I mean, you can go down, you can click on holders, this is how you find out. So you click on holders, and then you scroll down, and you see the LP is 25%. Oh, so like they've actually got a lot of LP. The deployer has 16 point whatever percent. I don't know about that. And then you got a bunch of wallets having like all the total supply. So that's kind of a little bit top heavy for an RFI clone. I like seeing a better token distribution, but you scroll down, 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 and very quickly, so there's at least 50 wallets, and hopefully I can show you what I mean now. So each one of these wallets, got 7,000, 6,000 tokens, right? And you keep going into holders. So there's at least 100 holders. And then you'll see a huge drop off. So there's like 150 holders. And we should be getting into pixie dust territory soon. So there seems to be about 200 actual holders. And then somewhere down around here, you're getting into pixie dust territory. I don't know how much these tokens are worth, but there's a way to find out. So we go over here and we just put in 1. Okay, so how about 100? Okay, so basically anything under 100 would be, you probably, yeah. So up here, these are likely pixie dust from early transactions, to be honest. So I'd say under 200 actual wallets, because when you get further out here, you're like, oh yeah, 0.1 Jesus token, where 100 Jesus tokens is literally like, I mean, that's the cost of a transaction, Sometimes the cost of the transaction is more than this to buy something on PancakeSwap. So for 100 tokens, right? So like $1 USD would be something like, at the current price, would be something like 500 or 1,000 Jesus tokens, something like that. So just a little note on how to use Binance. The Binance Smart Chain Scan and PancakeSwap. And now we go over here and he's finally loaded, and I open it up here and then I type in Jesus. No results, because PancakeSwap hasn't synced to Binance Smart Chain in like weeks. So let's just try it one other way. We'll go over here and then we do token address. So what this is, here's the token. You see this is the amount of tokens in circulation, 8 million or whatever. 321 addresses. We come over here, we copy the contract address, go over to info. We paste it in here, and it doesn't show up. So this is not an issue with the Jesus token. This is an issue with PancakeSwap. Their backend analytics tool hasn't been updated in like a month. So you can't even look up anything that's even come out in a month. And then you can even look up stuff, but then you're not even getting accurate results because you're getting the figures from like, a while ago. So it's like 182. Where's BNB token? That just seems like really low for BNB. Let's see if it's accurate. 182 US dollars for one wrapped BNB token. Let's have a look-see and see if that's accurate. I don't think it is. It could be. The markets were tanking, but it seemed to be pretty strong, well over... Yeah, so look, the current price of BNB token, and FYI, wrapped BNB token is going to be basically 1-for-1. If not exactly 1-for-1, it's going to be off like 0.5% or something. And right now, it's 230 bucks USD for BNB token. But in PancakeSwap info, it's like, oh, it's only 182. So none of these figures are correct. until they figure this out, don't even bother using it. Pancake swap, what I'll say is, I don't know, man, get your shit together. This hasn't been updated in weeks, and your tool back here is useless. You can't even look up anything that you're, you know, I don't know. Just FYI, do not, base anything in here on a financial decision that you're going to make until they get this stuff sorted out. Okay, please check back soon. This has been going on for literally like better part of a month. So, just so you know. Anyway, we come back to Pancake Swap. How I did this was I'm at the official website and I come down here and I say buy on Pancake Swap, and then it pops this up and it says, hey, a little message. Are you okay with importing this token? There are dangers, with the Jesus token. I said yes. Anyway, let's flip back here. So let's ape in with, I'm like BNB poor right now. So I'm going to just do a 0.3. And where are we? So price impact is 0.28. My slippage is 0.5. So that should not have an issue going through on the slippage end. And I got a minimum of 3,974 Jesus tokens for what would amount to, I don't know, like 80 bucks. So 80 bucks times that. So 100 tokens would be like 50 cents. Ish. Whatever. All right, so let's go for a swap. Just confirm the swap. Boom. Transaction cannot succeed due to error. Okay. So first things first. One thing. These rebase tokens, sometimes you try to buy or sell them and they don't like decimal places, or they only like odd decimal places, or they only like whatever. So this is one trick. You just try to get a whole number of tokens. You try to do the swap, and then it works. Okay, so when you know that the token you're trading is got some sort of a rebase mechanism in it, especially when it's in Uniswap or PancakeSwap or any of these other decentralized exchanges, when you try to trade them, what happens is the decimals often mess it up, and then sometimes when you see the price impact here in your slippage, you gotta, change it. So we've been successful. We got some Jesus tokens here. Now, if you're trying to do it and you're like, oh, the slippage is 1.5%, and here it's set at 0.5%, how you change that is you come up here, you click here, and then you can adjust your slippage. Note, if you adjust your slippage and you're like, oh, I'm going to go to 10%, right? Your transaction may be front run, okay? So to explain this, what is front running? Front running is if essentially there's all these bots that are looking for opportunities to make money on stupid traders like me, like you, who are just using the tools. And of course, technology, don't bet against technology, right? In Binance Smart Chain, it is flooded with bots trying to front run people and do arbitrage opportunities. So how this works is, essentially, when you make a trade and you put the slippage at a high amount, in low liquidity pairs or pairs that are very volatile and have a trading range of 10 or 20%, there's bots that see that as an opportunity. So when it comes down in a level, that's the time the bot wants to buy, but he's waiting for someone else to come in and buy first. Or when it's high, the bot's looking that maybe this is a sell point, looking for someone to make a large sell order. So if you have the slippage up too high, saying I'm agreeing to allow for price impact beyond, whatever, 0.05% or something, right? If you got this slippage set at 10%, you're saying, I agree that I will pay upwards of 10% more than the current price. I mean, this isn't a perfect explanation. There's more complex math behind it, but this is a rough kind of layman's term explanation of what's going on. So what happens with a bot is like you pay your gas. You're like, yeah, I'll pay like 10 cents for gas. And so a bot sees your transaction get laid out as like you get in line to make your transaction, and it sees that you're paying this much for gas and your slippage is X amount. And what it does is it'll copy your transaction and it'll pay a higher gas fee, and it'll try to sneak in ahead of you. If it pays for higher gas, their transaction goes ahead of you, and then yours goes after. But if your slippage is too high, then you just buy on top of their buy. So if they bought at 50 cents, and then you hop in, they've pushed the price up to 60 cents, and then you buy it at 60 cents or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So the higher your slippage, the more chances of getting front run. So when you're setting slippage, you always want it to kind of align with the price impact, just be a little bit higher than the price impact. But even if you do that, you're always in danger of getting front run. If you get front run and your slippage is too low to make the buy on top of it, your transaction will just bounce. And yeah, the bots are trying to find the best place to entry for when the price starts going up again, or when the price starts going down again inside of a trading range. So that's it. Little thing about slippage. So let's do this. So we'll just switch the Jesus token, and I'll just put in max, and there we see it. So as you see, I got a nice chunk taken out of it, but it's roughly equivalent to the 10% tax. And if I come back and there's been trades back and forth in between BNB and Jesus, then this amount here of tokens that I hold will go up, up, up. And as you see, I bought 3,594 tokens, I believe was the amount that I bought. But I'm already up almost one Jesus token, which of course is worth like, a fraction of a penny, but it gives you an idea of sort of how this works, right? So if I come back a bit later, it's going to be like, oh, I have 3,602 tokens plus, pixie dust change. And then this amount, of course, if people buy more of the token, the price goes up, and then this will go up, and this will go up. And then if people sell the token, this goes up, but this goes down. So the basic game is you're trying to hold it while the trading volume happens. You slowly stack here, and then you wait for an exit when it's hot. This goes higher. That's basically how you play the game with these RFI tokens. You just want to make sure that if you are buying, you are selling, what's the price of BNB? So that's an element. What's the price of Jesus? That's an element. And how much Jesus you have. And then know that when you're exiting, you're taking a 10% hit on the tokens. Plus, you got to get rid of the decimal places likely when you try to sell. You might have to increase the slippage, blah, 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 blah. That's basically how that works. So anyway, final thing, you do this, and then you go check your MetaMask wallet. And so I did a video on setting up Binance Smart Chain wallet for MetaMask. And what I'll do is I'll post that video. And you see there, my 0.3 BNB tokens are gone. And come down here and, hey, what's going on? Don't see the Jesus. So this is how you do it. You come over here. You copy the token contract address, right? You go to MetaMask. And it's thinking forever. Takes so long. So you go down here, add a token. You go custom token. You paste it in. And then you'll see waiting. It should, there you see. So 8 decimal places, token symbol Jesus, that's my token. Go next. And there you see my balance show up. I say add token. There you see it. I've got, this amount of Jesus tokens. Now when you go back in the MetaMask wallet, now I see my tokens. So that's how you do that. Now, like I was saying, I did one on setting up a MetaMask for Binance Smart Chain. As you see right here, I'm connected to Smart Chain, not Ethereum, not Avalanche or Energy Web or whatever else. So I'm going to include that link in the description. If you have not used MetaMask before, what I would say is you should go out and you should read about it. You should watch some videos on how to install it. And the biggest, most important thing is when you're setting it up, you get a line of words. That's your private key. If you don't save that, you don't keep it safe, then you risk losing all the value that you put in your wallet. So, you know, I see it on a fairly regular basis. A lot of like noobs coming into crypto, and they're like, "Oh, how do I get my keys back?" And it's like, you don't. It's like, "Oh, well, where's the customer service representative?" There's no customer service representative. Like, this is self-initiated stuff. You got to watch your ass and know exactly what you're doing when you do it. Because if you go namby-pamby, sending something that's a Binance Smart Chain token and you go sending it to an Ethereum address, that's gone. You send Bitcoin to an Ethereum address, it's gone. Like, and you see the stuff in the news all the time. It's like, oh, this guy had, $30 million worth of Bitcoin. He just sent it off to space somewhere. Yeah, because people are idiots. And, basically, when you don't do your due diligence and you don't do your research, what happens is you end up getting wrecked. And it's either you invest a pile of money into some baloney, or you literally don't save your private keys in a self-custodied wallet in a trustless, permissionless network. It's the whole point. So do your due diligence, do your research. That's literally how this all works. And yeah, uh, I mean, yeah, and I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video, so I will just go through this very quickly now. Yeah, I should have said it, but this is not financial advice. Do your own research, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to kind of show a little bit of stuff about tokens, how it works, give a couple of opinions, how to do a thing. Now you know how to buy some Jesus tokens. You know how to do a little bit of aping in Binance Smart Chain. If you like the content, like, subscribe. All the links here will be in the description below. And also, this is for Crypto Society, so, come find us on Telegram, come find me on Twitter, all the links in the description, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Borg Brain signing out. Yeah, I don't know. Hope you liked the video. That's it. I'm out. Peace.